What are the most powerful countries in 2025? Well, a company called Global Firepower ranks almost every country on over 60 different factors, like manpower, technology, and finances, to see which country will be the strongest in a war. The scores range from 1 to 0. The lower the score, the better, with 0 being the perfect score. So what are the top 10 most powerful countries in 2025? Well, rank 10, Italy. Global Firepower score, 0.2164. Surprisingly, first up we have Italy. What puts them so high on the list? Well, it's due to their higher than expected military spending, which is actually the 12th highest in the world. So they have plenty of modern, up-to-date equipment, helped by their inclusion in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO for short. But the home of pasta is held back by its lack of natural resources like oil or coal and a moderately sized population. Rank 9, Turkey. Global Firepower score, 0.1902. Next is Turkey, coincidentally another NATO country in the Mediterranean. Turkey is a rising power positioned in a crucial spot in between the Mediterranean and the Black Seas, and they're well equipped to defend it with a population of over 85 million. Their main focus is on their ground forces with over 2,000 tanks and 1,000 self-propelled artillery. Their Navy and Air Force lags behind, but Turkey rises to this and is investing in shipbuilding and aviation. Rank 8, Japan. Global Firepower score, 0.1839. While rank 8 is quite good, you might expect Japan to be higher on a list like this, considering their large economy, population, and advanced technology. The major thing holding back the land of the rising sun is their lack of natural resources. In the event of a war, it'll be hard for Japan to fuel their war effort domestically. Also, the Japanese armed forces suffer a severe lack of funding. Yet, with the growing threat of China, military funding is on the rise. Rank 7, France. Global Firepower score, 0.1878. France has a very well-rounded country militarily, decent stockpiles of ships and aircraft, a decently high population, and lots of infrastructure. So aren't they higher? Well, they have a severe lack of ground vehicles, with only 215 tanks. Meanwhile, Japan, which is an island, has 500. With more investment in ground vehicles, they could certainly move up. Rank 6, the United Kingdom. Global Firepower score, 0.1785. While no longer the global hegemon they once were, the Royal Military is still a force to be reckoned with. The Royal Navy can still control the waves and skies with the second largest number of aircraft carriers, and being in NATO, they have some of the most advanced military technology available. While their equipment and technology may be top tier, without their colonies, they're held back significantly by their average natural resources and smaller population. Rank 5, South Korea. Global Firepower score, 0.1656. With South Korea lax in their size, they certainly make up for in technological prowess. South Korea is held back by two major things: their size, both geographically and population-wise, and their distinct lack of natural resources. For example, they use 2.6 million barrels of oil per day, yet produce only 40,000. But this lack of natural resources is made up by their amazing economy and world-leading technological industries. While they may not have the most soldiers, they'll be some of the best equipped. If you've made it this far, you've probably enjoyed the video, and if you have, liking and subscribing would really help the channel. Rank 4, India. Global Firepower score, 0.1184. When thinking of the strongest countries, India isn't often mentioned. Looks can be deceiving, however, and while their score is significantly lower than the next three, India's armed forces can still pack a punch, with the largest population in the world and large supplies of equipment. India also has great natural resources, helping their self-sustainability in a war. One major concern is our bordering countries, however, such as Rank 3, China. Global Firepower score, 0.0788. China is actually tied with the next country for rank number 2, but Global Firepower ranks them slightly lower due to their lower number of nuclear weapons. While some other nations weaken, China keeps gaining in strength. While they do have the second largest defense budget in the world, only beaten by the United States, their major strength is their population. While it's no longer the largest in the world, 1.4 billion people is still a lot of manpower to threat your enemies, and with China's economy being the second largest in the world, they certainly have the funds to support them. Rank 2, Russia. Global Firepower score, 0.0788. While the Russo-Ukrainian War has shown their military to be less prepared and more poorly led than expected, Russia still has many things going for them that make them deserving of rank number 2. Mainly their extensive equipment stockpiles, leading the world in the number of tanks, and extensive oil reserves. The ninth largest population is nothing to scoff at as well, and not to mention the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons of any country. Although if China keeps gaining in strength, they may fall behind due to their much smaller economy and population. Rank 1, the United States. Global Firepower score, 0.0744. I'm sure the placement of the United States doesn't come as a surprise to anyone. With the largest military budget in the world, largest economy, third largest population, large oil reserves, and more guns than they have people, no other nation really stood a chance, ranking top 5 or even number 1 in most of global firepower categories. With tons of up-to-date equipment and military bases all over the globe, the US truly deserves its number 1 ranking.